Welcome to Arihant Online Academy, and here we are solving very important MCQs on the topic stacks. So let's just start. The very first question is stacks in data structure is. Okay, so it is also asked in IBPS, SO, UGC NET, Computer Science and KVS. So basically we are starting from very basic questions, very easy question, and one by one we will try to increase the level of questions. So let's just start. Option A FIFO, that is first in first out. Option B last in last out. Option C last in first out. So you all know that the property of stack is, suppose we have insert an element. So suppose we have insert 1, then we have inserted 2, then we have inserted 3. So the last element will came out first, so it is called as last in first out, or you can also say that the first element will come out at the last, means FILO, that is first in last out. So option C is correct answer here, last in first out. The next question is process of inserting an element in a stack is called. So process of inserting an element in stack is, suppose an element is here, suppose 5, and we are inserting it in the stack. So it is called a pushing. The technical term for inserting an element into the stack is called a push operation. Option B is the correct answer. The next question is the data structure required to check whether an expression contains balanced parenthesis or not. So for that stack data structure is used, because suppose in a program these parentheses are there, then whenever open parenthesis will be there, I will push it into the stack. Again open parenthesis will be there, I will push into the stack. And if I am encounter with close braces, then I will pop it. And again I am encountering with close braces, so again I will pop it. At the last stage, if I find my stack is empty, then I can say that the parentheses are balanced, unless I can't say that, right? So basically stack data structure will be used for that. The next question is in the stack, if user try to remove an element from the empty stack, then this condition is known as, suppose a stack is there, stack, okay, and user want to remove an element, means user want to, suppose it is a stack S and user has applied pop S, that is pop an element from the stack, but stack initially it is empty, stack is empty, and if stack is empty and we will try to pop element, this is called as underflow condition. Underflow condition means stack is empty, but still we are trying to popping out some element, but it will not pop out any element because stack is empty. Such kind of a condition is called as underflow statement, underflow of stack. The next one is pushing an element into a stack already having 7 element in stack of size 7, then the stack becomes, suppose a stack is there and the size of stack is 7, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, okay, this is the size of stack and already have 7 elements in it, suppose A, B, C, D, E, F and G, already have 7 elements in the stack. Now we want to push another element into it. Suppose I want to push, I am applying operation push SH, means I want to push H element into this stack S. So it will be considered as overflow condition, because there isn't enough memory in the stack, so that it is called as overflow, because stack is already full. So if stack is full, it is called as overflow, and if stack is empty, it is called as underflow. Just note that. The next one is which data structure is needed to convert infix notation to postfix notation. So to convert infix notation to postfix notation, we will use stack data structure. Very important concept, right? The next one is the result of evaluating postfix expression 546 plus, okay, this is postfix expression is given to us. and we need to find the result. So for evaluating postfix expression, we will use stack data structure. How we will use it? Just see. The first element is 5. So just push it into the stack. This is our stack, and one by one we will traverse the postfix expression. Now the next element is 4. So again push it. The next element is 6. Again push it. The next element is plus. Plus means we need to add the first two elements. Means this plus will indicate 6 plus 4. Means we will pop out the first element, we will pop out the second element, and then we will add and we will store the result in the stack itself. So our next stack is looking like that, 5 and 10. In this condition it is looking like that because these two are added because of that. Now the next one is multiplication. So this multiplication will be like 10 multiply with 5. Now my stack will look like 50. Okay. The next one is 4. Next element is 4. So I will push it into the stack. The next element is 9. So again I will push it into the stack. The next element is 3. So again I will push this into the stack. The next one is division. Division means if you will see here 3 and 9. So first element will be divided by second. So 9 will be divided by 3 equals to 3, and I need to store it again into the stack. So the next state of my stack would be look like 54 and 3. The next one is plus. So 4 plus 3, that is 7. 50 and 7. And the next one is multiplication. So I need to multiply here 50 into 7, that is 350. And the next state of my stack would be look like 350. So at last my stack is holding the value 350, so it will return 350 as the answer. I hope it is clear to you guys. So guys, I am requesting you, if you are really enjoying our video sessions on the MCQs of different topics, our notification sessions, as well as the current affairs and the important general recent topics. So guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon button, please like our video, and if you have any kind of doubts or queries or any kind of suggestions, then please comment us in our comment box section, and we will solve your queries, doubts, and we will analyze your suggestions. Okay guys, the next one is consider the linked list implementation of a stack. Okay, so we want to implement a stack with using linked list. With using linked list, what we want to implement a stack. Which of the node is considered as top of the stack? Suppose this is the top node. So basically the top node is considered as a first node is considered as a top element of stack. Why? Because if we consider it as a single linked list, then we can directly take the value of first node directly. Means first in last out, means the first node is there. So first node is considered as, suppose I want to delete a node, then I can delete directly node number 1 here. Means this node was inserted earliest and I am taking it on the this node was inserted at the last, and I am deleting it the earliest. So if a linked list will be, if the stack will be implemented using linked list, then the top element of the stack will be considered as the first node of the linked list. So option A is the correct answer. The next question is the postfix form of the expression. Okay, this form is given to us. This is postfix forms. Let it written out again. A plus B multiply with C into D minus E into E division by G. So if you will see that the priority of these braces are more, so we need to do it firstly. So A plus B become AB plus, as I need to perform postfix. So it is AB plus. Now multiplication is there, it will remain as it is. Now I need to solve this brace. Okay, so the result of this one would be C. First multiplication would be evaluated because the priority of multiplication is more. So CD multiplication minus E, but this minus should be evaluated, so it would be like CD multiplication E minus. Okay, so it will look like AB plus multiplication CD star E minus multiplication E division by G. Now if you will see here, the multiplication is one multiplication is here, one multiplication is here, and one division is here, and priority of this multiplication and division is equal. So we need to apply that whether they are left associative or right associative. So basically the multiplication and division, they are division operation and multiplication by default they are considered as left associative. So I need to treat this multiplication first, I need to evaluate this multiplication first. So my next result would be like AB plus CD multiplication E minus this multiplication. Okay, yeah, this multiplication would be go to here, and this one become a 1 unit. Now next multiplication is there, E division G is there. Now I need to apply it between this complete unit and this complete unit, means E, because I need to evaluate this multiplication. So it would be like AB plus CD multiplication E minus multiplication, and E would be here and multiplication will go on the right side because I am doing postfix. So E and then multiplication, so it is completed. Now only G is left, so G will be there, and then this division would be at the last place. So the result would be like A B plus C D multiplication E minus multiplication E multiplication G and division. So if you will match it, AB plus AB plus AB plus AB plus, then CD into CD into CD into CD multiplication CD. So D is not the answer. Then E minus, then E minus, E minus, E minus, then multiplication E minus, after E minus multiplication is there. So option C is the correct answer, guys. The next question is, which data structure is used for implementation of recursion? So you all know that for recursion we use stack data structure. The next one is, which of the following permutation can be obtained in the same order using the stack, assuming that input is the sequence 5 6 7 8 9 in that order. So suppose we are assuming that our input order is 5 6 7 8 and 9, then out of these 4, which is the correct order of stack which will generate the 5 6 7 8 9 correctly. So suppose first 7 is there, means for 7 I need to push 5, I need to push 6, and I need to push 7, and I need to pop it 7 here. After that 8 is there, so what I will do, I will push 8 and I will pop 8. Now I need 9, so for that 9 I will push 9 and I will pop 9. So 7 8 9 is okay, but now I need 5, but without popping out 6 I can't return 5 directly. So A is not the answer, A is not possible. Let us see option B. A is not answer. Let us see option B. I need 5, so I will push 5, is it is the first element, and I will pop it out. So 5 is the answer. Then I need 9, so for getting 9 I need to push 6 first because I need to do it in sequence, and 5 is already popped down. So 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, I have pushed it. Now I need 9, so I will pop it out. Now I need 6, but without 8 and 7 how can I write directly 6? So it is also not the correct answer. Let us see option C. For option C I need 7 first, so for that 5 would be pushed, 6 would be pushed, 7 would be pushed, and 7 would be popped out. So I would write 7 directly. Then I need 9 8, so for that after 7 I can push 8 and I can pop 8. Now I need 9, so I will push 9, I will pop 9. Now I need 6, already 6 is the top element of stack, I will pop it right here, and the next one I will pop 5. So I will get exact sequence 7 8 9 6 5, which is the correct answer, and it is asked in ISRO, and same concept once was asked in GATE also, right? So important question, not that. The next one is, what is the result of the following operation? Operation is top push SA. So for that, push S means stack S is there, and I need to push element A, and then top, what is the top element of stack? It would be written A would be the answer. Option A is the correct answer. Easy question. The next one is, consider stack is implemented using array. So we are using stack, we are implementing stack implemented by array, and define max 10, the size of stack is 10. So I need 10 memory addresses in the stack. Then int array max, int top equals to, what will be the initial value with which top is initialized? Okay, so basically if we initialize stack with the array, with an array, basically the top is also always initialized with the value -1. So A is the correct answer. Okay guys, so initially if your stack is empty, then it would be -1, but if you are inserting any element, then you will do it, you will just do it like 0, means you will just +1 and it will become 0. So initially if stack is empty, then you will initialize your stack as a top equals to -1. So guys, I hope this session gonna very useful for you, because this session consists of previous year important questions of all important CS exams, as well as we will try in our future also, so that you can get important updates and such MCQ session for us. So guys, please stay tuned with us, subscribe our YouTube channel, press the bell icon button, and if you have any kind of doubts, queries, please comment us. I will try to solve your doubts and queries as early as possible. Have a very nice day guys. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.